Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. Um, I know 2 videos in 1 week. Wow. Just having some thoughts and some feelings, and I thought I'd hash it out, reason it out. Today is July 18th. It's my son's birthday. He turns 30 today. 30. And I guess what has me rolling in my thoughts this morning is the fact that um, 30 is the age his father was when he passed. Like, literally, he turned 30 and the next day he passed. Not that I'm worried about my son passing tomorrow. Oh, the blood, I plead the blood. But of course, those thoughts and those things are swirling inside, and I'm just, Father, in a space and in a place in my head. It is a milestone for my son. This is the son that my late husband laid his hands on my belly and called forth, but didn't live a day to see him. Spoke this child into being when we were in a bad place in our relationship. Decreed and declared a son from your bowels, from my bowels, and from your belly. That's what that man said. We had a church anniversary back when I was still in church culture. We had a church anniversary service. We were all in white, and the men were instructed to speak over the families. At the time, it was him and I and our daughter. And that was what he spoke over me. From my bowels and through your belly, I call forth my son. Like, wow. I will say, the Most High, He does honor headship. And that baby is here and is 30 years old. He's a man. He's not a man-child. He's a man. He's got bills and responsibilities. He's charting his path in the world. He has a fiance. He's planning to marry next year. He's a man. He's trying to figure out some stuff and asking me my opinions on the backside. We have this what's the word I'm looking for? This I'm not leading him, but he calls it me leading him from behind. Hindsight is 2020. And Mama, I can use your sight, but yeah, so I lead from behind. It's okay though. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind it at all. But my son is 30. Now my daughter's 34, but that's my, her words. She's the princess. She's spoiled, and she has been afforded the opportunity to be so spoiled that, you know, things go a certain way. And they do. They most certainly, absolutely do, for her life and my life. For our, for all of our lives. There's certain ways and dynamics that happen in families because of the ways we live, you know? My youngest, he was raised basically as an only. When he was 9, we moved to Dallas. The older two were of legal age, and they decided that they didn't want to live in Dallas until they did for a while. But by this time, the youngest, number 3, and I, we were there and established and doing our thing, and he was a teenager then, you know. So he feels like Texas is his home. I was raised in Dallas. So he feels like, you know, he was raised as an only child, and there were so many things that he did not have to share. And so sharing is not that boy's strong suit. He was raised like an only child, you know. But today is an interesting day. That boy is 30 years old. And I feel blessed to see this day. He's so much like his father, but he's so much like me in the fact that he's a late bloomer. He comes to things, not that he doesn't come to understanding, because he does. Not that he doesn't come to awareness, because he does. Like conscious about things. But the path being clear and open, because it's like the father has to sit him down and show him. Because as a man, men feel the need to figure things out, to be this productive thing. And I'm happy that he has this sense of industry where that's concerned. Because there are a lot of men in the world who are absolutely 100% lazy, bummy, wouldn't work, work. No, he's very creative. Housework is a different thing. He does what he needs to do to get by. Let's say that. And he does, you know, try to help. I don't do his laundry. I don't touch his room, his bathroom. I don't do that stuff. But, you know, mutual common areas, he'll do the dishes. Thank you, Father. But, you know, in the kitchen, common areas, you know, he can be helpful in those areas. But, okay, concrete person. Good night, Irene. Can you get out here in the street? Go on and do what you're doing. I'm sorry. I'm driving, and people just pull out in front of you and make you break your speed down to 20 when you going 50. They act like, oh, well, people don't have places to be. Gotta be to work. 15 minutes. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, he's an industrious young man, but settling into things and getting into places. Things aligning for him, that is very much a part of, I guess that's the piece that I provided for him, because that's me, pretty much. That's been my contribution, because that has been my life. I didn't decide what I wanted to do with my life until I was older. I mean, I didn't start having kids until I was older. Uh, when it comparatively with my peers, I grew up in a generation of people who started having babies at 16, 17, 18. I didn't have my first until I was 24. Um, and that was in my second marriage. I got married at 17. I was married 5 years, and then by the time I was 24, I had my daughter. Was married to my second husband, my late husband. Um, After he passed, was when I decided, I need to go and get this college degree. By this time, I'm 33 with two little kids. So now I'm going to college and deciding, I need to educate myself, because flipping burgers and standing on my feet in retail stores and this, that, and the third is not going to be the life that I want for myself, to be able to support myself and these little kids, right? Yeah, no. Then I added a kid, number 3, while I was in college. Then I took the psychology class and fell in love with the science of psychology and decided, you know what? I want to teach this. And boom, there we go, dream job. I want to be a professor. And I did that. So started at 33. Took me 7 years to get, full-time work. It's in the same time of working. So I can't go to college full-time. So part-time in school, full-time work, raising children, kid activities. At that same time, I was very deep in ministry. I had a lot on my plate, still single. Well, a widowed mom with children, right? Okay. It took me 7 years to get that degree. Took a little bit of a break. And then grad school took me 3 years. So I'm in my 40s before I find a job where I can teach. And then I did that for 8 years. Late bloomer stuff. And so I said all that to say, my son, it's kind of, it kind of gets on his nerve, because as a man, you want to get things figured all out so that you can take off and do what you want to do and get to where you want to go and build and grow. But this little DNA piece, when it comes to that, I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry. But I pray the Most High's best for my son and all that he does. And one thing I do know, even though we call it late bloomers, if we're in the will of the Most High, it's never late. It's right on time, because his timing is best anyway. Sometimes we can get the thing that we were intended to have too early, and we mess over it because our character hadn't developed enough to be able to sustain the blessing, or the responsibility was too heavy for our place. Our maturity level hadn't developed enough to be able to carry the responsibilities that we were designed for, the duties. Because the thing about my son, he's a leader. Every friend group, even though he may not be the oldest, he is the leader of the friend group. He gives advice. He provides direction. Inadvertent. I mean, he's the steady, the stable. Now he's a whole goofball. But his friends genuinely love him, and he's like a brother to them. We are family. His friends call me mom. And so I'm proud of my son. Proud. My son, my 30-year-old son, is my friend. He's my friend. We have conversations like adults. He knows me and understands me as a woman, not just his mother. That, for me, is big. Because I understand him as a man, not just my son. So, yeah, I wish the best, all the choicest blessings that heaven can afford for my son today and every day of this next journey, of this revolution of the year, the sun, or whatever they call it, for him as he journeys towards 31. He's finished his 30th year, and that's quite a milestone. I'm very proud of my son. I'm very proud of my son. I'm very proud of his character development. He got a ways to go, that's for sure. But he's doing the thing. His character and his values. I thank the Most High for him. He takes good care of his mama. And he looks out for his people. And I gotta say, I'm blessed to have him as my son. I'm blessed that the Most High brought him through this portal and attached him to me. And that's one thing I will say. Yokanat, I love you, my son. May the Most High bless you and keep you. May his countenance look upon you and be gracious unto you, and may he give you peace, my son. Y'all shout him out. Wish him happy birthday. And I'm finna make it the rest of the day. Oh, I'm finna be late. I'm finna be late to work. I woke up late. I woke up a whole 30 minutes late. Anyway, I holla. Y'all have a good Friday. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom, shalom. Professor out.